Hi friends, and welcome to Power Bar Express. My name is Rachel. My lovely model's name is Annika. We will get started using weights today. If you don't have weights at your house, no sweat. You can always use any props that you have, or you'll still get plenty of burn using your own body weight. The playlist is linked down below, or you can find it in Powerlife's Spotify. And we will get started in child's pose, please. Bring your toes to touch the back of your mat. Send your knees out wide. Sink through your hips. Relax your core and your head to your mat, and just use these first couple of moments to feel yourself grounded in this space. Feel yourself transition from off of your mat onto your mat. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Fill up. And let go. One more inhale fully. Exhale completely. This time on your inhale, rise up, tabletop, bring your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Create a flat spine as you exhale. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down, send your gaze forward. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, cat, press into your palms, round through your spine. Breathe out. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. You're off on your own. If you do need any other organic movement to warm up through your spine, please take it. You can always gaze over one shoulder, the next. I love how Ani crawled her hands to the side of her mat. You even stretch out through your wrists. If you do take movement through one side of your body, give yourself the next couple of breaths to match on your opposite. And settle into stillness, tabletop. Crawl your hands a little bit further forward, tuck your toes under. Inhale, high plank. Straighten your legs, squeeze your hamstrings towards the sky. Really feel all of your muscles work together here rather than just relying on your shoulders. Draw your belly button up towards your spine. Squeeze your hands towards one another and back towards your feet. Check in with your gaze at the top of your mat rather than at your toes. I'm in desperate need of a pedicure, but that time will come soon. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips high. First down dog. You guys know the drill. Find some movement, pedal out, shift, sway. Booty bounce if you want to. Ani's got a little bit in there. And then downward facing dog. Pull your hips towards the sky. Hollow out through your core. Let your head hang heavy. Full breath in. And breathe out. Inhale, gaze between your hands. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Travel to the top of your mat. Take your feet as wide as comfortable to you. Invite a generous bend in through your knees to release tension built up in your low back. Ani already found a little bit of movement here. Great option to help release through your neck. Breathe in. Exhale, release your hands heavy. Toe heel your feet either to touch or to sit distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. Ground down through all four corners of your feet. Soften through your tailbone. Hug through your core. Take an inhale. Exhale, mini back bend. Shine your heart towards the sky. Keep your floating arms pulled together. Breathe out. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise back up. Exhale, forward fold. Dive all the way through. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Plie your hands, step your knee back. Step your feet back, Take an inhale here. Exhale, drive your right knee to your left tricep. Inhale, step back. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, back. Exhale, you're off on your own. Use your exhale to contract deeper into your core, to really use your core to pull your knee up rather than your quad. Find a twist and squeeze through obliques through your side body. Be mindful of your elbows. Create a micro bend through your joints. Nice, Ani's got great control here. Find a slight pause at the top to really feel contraction through your belly. Take it 2 more on each side, even yourself off. After your last one, pause and high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, mountain climbers. Drag your knees up towards your chest. Now that if you want to stick with the cross body that I did earlier to get a little more action through your obliques, you're welcome to, or you can even stick with the slower pace. Nice, drag your knees all the way up. Notice how Ani doesn't bounce through her shoulders. The work really comes in through her core. Continue to gaze up forward rather than at your toes. Keep your hips in line with your shoulders. 10 more seconds right here. Can you guys spike it a little bit more? Spike your heart rate for just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, high plank. Don't miss it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. I didn't grab my own weights in. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold it. Capture a weight or no weight. You can do it without it. Roll up through your spine, head towards your chair, your wall, your countertop, right side body. Second position with a lat pull. Inhale, sink down, reach your arm wide. Exhale, draw your elbow behind you, stand tall. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Dig into your heels to stand tall. Notice how Ani's toes are lifted off of the earth. This helps ignite through her glutes a little bit more. Nice. Drive your elbow all the way behind you. Pinch your shoulder blades onto your back. I want you to try to get them to physically touch. Imagine as if you had jeans on and slide them into your back pockets. Nice. Great control. Find a slight pause at the bottom and at the top. Keep a micro bend through your elbows as you reach long rather than locking out your joints. Pull your kneecaps into your quads. Squeeze your glutes throughout the entire movement. Now drag your heels together. Imagine as if you could crinkle up your mat. Actually, don't imagine. I want you to do it. Crinkle up your mat. Hug all the way in. Ani's smiling for me. I like it. See if you can parallel your hamstrings with your mat. How low can you go right here? Push yourself past what you think you can do, especially when you're alone. Challenge yourself. Last 3. We hold at the bottom in 2. 1 more. Hold it low. Tiny circle through your arm. Keep your arm extended out. This is a shoulder burner, so if you don't want to hold the weight in your hand or whatever you got, drop it. You'll always get plenty of work without it. Squeeze your shoulder blades on your back to make it move. Ani's agreeing with me. She's getting plenty of work without the weight. Can you sink a little bit lower into your legs? There it is. Last 3, 2, circle the opposite direction. Get right after it. I know everything's starting to burn a little bit, but that's what you're here for. Stick with it. 10 seconds right here. Get a little bit lower. There it is. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands into your heart space. TikToks. Exhale to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. If you have the weight between your hands, still press firmly into your weight. If you do not firmly press your palms together, words are hard. Keep your elbows lifted to flare through your upper body. Squeeze your obliques to lift up and then over. Now, the purpose of this is not necessarily to touch your knee, to really find a squeeze through your side bodies. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Imagine as if you had a wall behind you. Press your shoulder blades into it. There it is. Take it 2 more on each side. Even yourself off. After your last one, pause in the middle. Bring your right hand back to the bar. Inhale, plie. Exhale, passe. Bring your left toes to your knee. Inhale, plie. Exhale, passe. Step your feet out wide. Land deeply into both knees. Notice how Ani has bended into both legs rather than just her left. Use the power of your legs to stand tall rather than grabbing onto your bar or your chair. Whatever you got there, really rely on the strength of your legs. I love it. Ani's knee is still rotated towards the center of her space rather than pointed forward. Open up through your hips just a little bit more. Notice if your elbow started to fall down, can you pull it back up? Check in with your core. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Nice work. Last 3. Hold your passe in 2. 1 more. Passe, leg extension. Exhale, reach your left leg towards the center of the room. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, kick. Inhale, pull it in. The purpose of this is not necessarily to find height, but to find strength and length through your legs. If you feel it through your hip flexor, then you can always lessen your range of motion. Either way, I want your leg to get a little bit longer each time you reach towards the center of the room. Leave here taller than when you came in. Nice. If you want a little bit more here, you can add the releve through your right leg. Come up onto your tippy toes or stay flat-footed. Either way, create a micro bend through your right leg to protect your joints. Nice. You got it. Ooh, she's moving and wobbling now. I like it. We hold it out in 3. Last 2. And 1. Reach your arm long. Inhale, lateral raise with your arm in your leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. I'm going to fall over. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Again, your toes stay turned out. Rather than letting your kneecap point forward, I want you to reach it up towards the sky. Nice light grip on the bar. Grow longer through your right side body. Find a slight squeeze through your left oblique instead. If you start to fall over, it's okay. Laugh at yourself. Nobody can see you at home. Make a fool out of yourself. I do it every day in the studio anyways. Nice control. I love it. Point your left toes a little bit more just because you can. Find more engagement through your lifted leg. Last 4. You feeling the burn yet? Oh, yeah. 3, 2, 1. First position relative with the bicep curl. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, come up onto your tippy toes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower your heels all the way down to your mat and then squeeze back up. I want you to imagine as if you were to spring underneath your heels. Use that much resistance to pop up and then press back down. Your biceps are really strong muscles, so straighten your arm 3/4 of the way down. Notice how Ani's arm creates a nice bend throughout the entire movement. It never straightens all the way. Nice work. Use your breath. Use this as a time to slow down your breath and take control of your movement. There's not too much going on here, so really squeeze through your muscles. Pull your calves into the backside of your knee. Keep your quads strong. Pull your kneecaps into your quads and even squeeze through your glutes here. This is a full body exercise, even though your calves are working the most. Last 3, 2, 1. First position, pull your heels together. Singles, inhale, lower, down. Exhale, lift. Keep the bicep going. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Press your heels up firmly together. That will help activate through your inner thighs a little bit more. Again, your biceps really strong and can handle all the work that we're about to do with it. So again, pull your arm 3/4 of the way down, 3/4 of the way back up. No need to get rid of the bend or even pull it all the way to your shoulder. Track your knees backwards over your pinky toes. Squeeze to the outside of your legs to do so. And if you lost the smile that you started class off with, pull it back in. Smiling takes less muscles than frowning does. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Go all the way down, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up, down, half, down, up. You got it. Down, half, down, up. Nice work. Keep it bent through your knees rather than running to pop all the way up towards the sky. Just go halfway up, all the way down a little bit lower, and then all the way back up. You got it. Control your movement. Rather than swinging your weight around, use your muscles. You're not here for very much longer. Ani, how you feeling? Oh, yeah, she's feeling it. Are you guys feeling it out there? I'll take silence as acceptance. Last 4, 3, 2, hold it low. Knee flutters with a low rotator. Exhale, squeeze open. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, squeeze open. Inhale, pull back. Track your knees backwards over your pinky toes. Pull your knees behind you and then release just to neutral. Squeeze through your shoulder blades to bring your thumb backwards and hug through your pec to pull your pinky forward. Nice. You got it, everybody. Stay low, committed into your legs. You get a chance to shake it out here really soon. I know they're burning. Oh, man. Ani loves being my bar student. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So to jumps, press your hands into your weight or together. Hop all the way up into the air. Point your toes as you jump and then land deeply with bent knees. Nice. Get a little bit of air underneath your feet. And now notice what you're here for today. If you want more cardio, speed it up. If you want more strength, slow it down. You've got 10 seconds. They won't keep you here for very long. You're already down to 5 on the quick counter. 3, 2, 1. Turn towards your chair. Ditch your weight. Step your left foot backwards for carousel lunges. Inhale, sink down. Exhale, squeeze tall. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Notice how Ani did take up a whole lot of space on her mat. This way her back knee will hover over her mat and her front knee stays lifted over her ankle. Just like you did in your second position, I want you to squeeze your inner thighs together. If you didn't crinkle up your mat earlier, you have another chance to do so now. Dig into your front heel to help incorporate your glutes in this movement, and then stack your spine. I know a couple of you guys had trips to Disney planned. This is where you can imagine as if you're on the carousel. Get your own ride right here. It's cheaper anyways. Stay long through your spine. Slide your shoulders down your back. There it is. Each time you get low, can you hover your knee just 1 to 2 inches off of the earth? How's your booty feeling, Ani? Oh, yeah. Shake it out if you need to and then come back in. You've got 3. Hold low into your legs in 2, 1. Toe taps. Hinge forward. Exhale. Draw your left knee to your left toe towards your right heel. Inhale. Step back. Exhale. Pull in. Inhale. Step back. You keep a deep bend through your right leg the entire time. Lengthen through your left as you pull it backwards behind you. Core is strong. Draw your belly button up towards your spine to protect your low back. Nice. You got it. 10 more seconds right here. Keep your leg backwards in 4. 4 is my number. 3, 2, 1, keep your leg backwards, hamstring curl. Exhale, pull your heel in. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, tap down. Again, notice how Anya kept a deep bend through her right leg. It's not hanging out there. It's not on vacation anymore. It's working hard. Pull your heel all the way into your glute. See if you can make physical connection there. Maybe even start to invite like a little cramp in through your body. It's okay. You got it. Whoo, man, you're almost there. One more thing and lunge, and then we're out of here, out of this side. How does that sound? Oh, yeah. Last 5. Keep your knee bent in 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up. Pulse. 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 Tiny, tiny pulse. Lift and lower through your lifted leg. To lift your leg, all I want you to do is squeeze your butt and relax your butt. It will make the movement happen, and it'll bring the work where you want it to be. Oh, man, find a longer spine. Hug through your core a little bit more for just 10 seconds. You get to shake it out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay facing your bar. Fast feet. Let it all go. Let it shake. Let it jiggle. I know this is an awkward cardio verse, but I promise it gives your legs that time to reset and refresh from all the work it just did to do it again on the second side. You got it. Stay low in your legs. Spike your heart rate right here. Ooh, Ani's killing it. 10 seconds. Can you go a little bit faster for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give your camera a high five. Give yourself a high five. Second side. Stay facing your chair, your wall. Step your left leg forward, your right leg backwards for carousel horse. Inhale, sink low. Exhale, squeeze all the way up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Use this as your time to catch your breath and to slow your movement down. The faster you move, the longer I'm going to hold Ani here, and she doesn't want that to happen. Hover your knee 1 to 2 inches off of your mat, so close that you could tap it down, but you're not going to because you're going to keep the strength through your legs. Hug your inner thighs together. Do be mindful that your front knee stays on top of your front ankle. If you notice it starting to pull forward, take up more space. You've got plenty of room. Keep your back heel lifted over your back toes. Imagine as if you had a pair of like those ridiculous stilettos that models wear on. Show it off. Keep your spine stacked. Don't lose your balance. Dig into your front heel to help you actually find a little bit more stability and a little bit more strength. Best thing about the second side is that there's no surprises here. You know what's coming your way, and you know that you're strong enough to get through it because you've done it once. We hold it at the bottom in just 2. Pause low, toe taps, hinge forward. Exhale, pull your toes together. Inhale, step back. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, back. Use your exhale to contract not only through your leg, but also through your core a little bit more. Stay deep into your left leg. I know you want to start to come out because it's already starting to burn, but you've still got plenty of work to do with it. So dig deep, stay strong, stay low. Send your right toes way backwards towards the edge of your mat. Take up space. Check in with your core. Belly button pulls towards your spine. Imagine as if you had a corset on, I could pull the strings tighter and tighter with each movement that you take. Whoo, man. Second side, best side. You love it. Last 4. Keep your leg backwards in 3, 2, 1. Hamstring curl. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, pull all the way back. Draw your heel to your boot, and then keep your knee lifted the entire time rather than letting it fall down. The movement comes from a hinge from your knee rather than a bend of your hip. Stay deep into your left leg. I know you want to come out, but trust that you're strong enough to stay here for a little bit longer. You got it, everybody. Soften through your shoulders, but hug through your core. If you're listening to my playlist, I made it earlier, and I'm a big fan of it right now. You got it. Last 3, 2, 1. Keep your knee bent. Pulse it up. Pulse. 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 Squeeze through your glute to make the movement happen. Notice how Ani's movement is so small that I can barely see it. That's what I want from all of you. Make it small. Isolate the movement through your glutes rather than bouncing your leg around. Yeah, keep your lifted leg strong, your toes strong, so that way you find engagement all the way out through your leg. You've got 10. That's it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step your right leg down. Grab your way from underneath your chair. Open up second position with your lat pull. Inhale, sink down, arm goes out. Exhale, squeeze everything in. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Draw your elbow behind you as you straighten your legs. Pull your inner thighs together. Draw your kneecaps into your quads. Anya has yet to crinkle up the mat, so she's going to do it on this side. I can feel it. It's going to happen. Oh, I see it. It's right there. Pinch your shoulder blades onto your back. They really like each other. They want to kiss. Make it happen. Keep a soft bend through your arm, even as your hand goes towards the center of your space. Track your knees backwards over your pinky toes to help squeeze through the outside of your legs a little bit more. Now, know that doesn't mean move your feet. That means rotate from your hips. You have different joints. They move differently. It's okay. Sink deep, get low, drop your tailbone straight down rather than backwards. I want you to imagine as if you're a piece of bread stuck inside of a toaster. If you fall forward or back, you're going to get burnt and it's not going to feel great. Whoo, man. Second side, best side. Killing it. Stay strong for a little bit longer. You've got 2. Hold at the bottom. Circle your arm. Tiny, tiny circle. Just like on the first side. Now, you do still have the option to ditch your weight. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back to make the movement happen. Love the option to keep your palm facing forward, or you can even flip your palm up towards the sky. Do what's best in your body, but I encourage you to sink a little bit lower in your legs. Last 5. We switch directions in 3, 2, 1. Circle the opposite way. Get after it. Come on. Sink low. Stay committed into your plie, especially the more you want to come out, the more strength you can find. You've got 10. 5, 4, 3, 2. TikTok, swing your hands into your heart. Exhale to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Keep your elbows lifted. Take the weight off of your chest, your hands off of your chest. Whatever you've got, pull it away from your body so you find more engagement through your upper body. Find length through your side bodies and then squeeze all the way over. You got it. Track your knees backwards a little bit more. Hug your inner thighs together. Last 3. Even yourself off in 2. 1 more. Bring your weight back into your right hand. Inhale, plie. Exhale, passe, launch into your bar. Inhale, lower. Exhale, step wide. And then pull your toes together. Bring your weight to your heart. Again, your elbow is lifted. Toes come to kiss your knee, but they don't relax on it. Just find a slight touch. Keep your knee rotated towards the center of the room. Open up through your hips. Land deeply into both legs. Take up a lot of space. Find the same second position that you started class with. It was wide. It was deep. You want the same thing here, even as you start to get tired. Push yourself just as hard, maybe even a little bit more. You got it. Last 4. Hold your passe in 2. 1, passe with the leg extension. Reach everything out. Inhale, pull your toes in. Exhale, reach towards the camera, and then pull it back in. Again, this is not about finding height, but rather finding strength and length. Pull your toes all the way out. Straighten your leg as much as you can. Notice if your kneecap starts to roll forward, rather pull it up towards the sky so you find a hug from your inner thigh. If you chose to take the releve on the first side, you can do so here as well. Come up onto your tippy toes. Get a little bit taller. Keep your spine as long as you can. If you feel yourself dumping all of your weight into the bar, your chair, your wall, pull closer towards your right side. Hug through your right oblique. Nice. Now, rather than just kicking your leg around, find a slight pause with your leg towards the center of the room. I know it's hard and I know it'll shake, but it's what you want. You want that tiny little shake and burn. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lateral raise. Inhale, lower everything down. Exhale, lift everything up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Again, kneecap points towards the sky. Hug your inner thigh up. Imagine as if I had a string attached to your inner thigh and your inner calf, and I could pull up from there. Yeah, you got it. Bring your weight in line with your shoulder, no higher, and then squeeze everything back down towards your mat with control. Imagine as if you're in a pool filled with pudding. I've never tried it before, but I'm sure it's like really hard and sticky to move. That's how much resistance you want here. Not here much longer. How you doing, Ani? Oh yeah, she's feeling it. Last 2. 1. First position with a bicep curl, releve. Exhale, squeeze everything up. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift your heels. Inhale, press them to your mat. Take this with control rather than just falling down to your mat. Squeeze your heels into the earth. Just like on the first side, your bicep stays engaged throughout the entire movement. Straighten 3/4 of the way down, pull 3/4 of the way back up. If you were looking at a clock, you'd go like 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock rather than 12 and 6. Or if you're like making a bagel, you're only going to eat part of it, not half of it. Yeah. It's okay. You know, sometimes you just have to use food to get through your workout. Last 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your heels together. Plie into your legs all the way down. Exhale all the way up. Keep your bicep going. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Press your heels firmly together. Track your knees backwards. Hug your inner thighs together at the top. Another food analogy coming to you. I like to imagine it's a straw stuck inside of a milkshake. The straw is a little bit too small. We all know how hard it is to suck up your milkshake when the straw is too small. That's how much you're going to suck everything up to the top right here. Get low, and it makes sense, doesn't it? I will shout out my old dance teacher for that analogy because he used to use it all the time. That's where I got it. We combo our movement in 3, 2, 1. All the way down, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up. Inhale, all the way down. Exhale, half. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Lower, half, lower, all the way. You got it. I'm starting to shake a little bit right here. I love it. I hope you guys are shaking out here too. Keep your movement controlled. Rather than just bouncing and swinging your weight around, use your muscles. You are strong even as you start to get tired. Continue to press your heels up firmly together. Squeeze your knees backwards over your pinky toes. You got it. Keep your gaze lifted. There's nothing too fancy on the ground unless your dog or your cat's running around. Look at them because they're probably really cute. And then keep your gaze lifted again. Pull your shoulder blades on your back. Not much longer here. We are so close to being done with our standing work. Give me 3, 2, 1 more. Pause the bottom. Low rotator with the knee flutter. Exhale, track everything open. Inhale, pull it back in. Exhale, track it back. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, squeeze open. Inhale, rotate forward. Hug through the outside of your legs to pull your knees backwards and find a slight squeeze through your inner thighs to pull your knees back towards a neutral. If this doesn't feel too great on your joints, your ankles, or your knees, make the movement smaller. Ani looks so strong over here. She's loving it. I hope you guys are having just as much fun as we are. Last 3. Get lower into your legs for just 2, 1. Power jacks. Keep your weight in your hand. Pull it all the way up towards the sky or get rid of the weight. And then hop your feet out wide. You haven't had too much cardio today, so really give me all you got right here. If you've been holding back, I want you to empty your tank in these last few moments of standing work. We still got a little bit left to do on our mat, but you are so close to being off of your feet. Come on. Dig a little bit deeper for these last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo. Low lunge to the top of your mat. Ditch your weight. Inhale, high plank. Stay and breathe. That's all you got to do. Sometimes not moving is the hardest part of barre class, or any class really. But take control of your breath. Take a full breath in and an even breath out. 1 more inhale. Exhale, tabletop. Release your knees to your mat. If you want a little bit more, take your weight, bring it behind your right knee, or just go without it. Donkey kicks. Exhale, send your right foot towards the sky. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, right foot lifts. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze it up. I do my best. Keep your right knee bent the entire time. Rather than straightening your leg, keep the exact same angle. All you do is pull your foot towards the sky and then hug your knees back together. If you feel your belly or your low back start to dip down towards your mat, lessen your range of movement. I want you to think of this as a slight cat back, so you really find engagement through your belly. If you find that you start to dip, through your shoulder blades, find to press up towards the sky. Firmly press into your palms. And this starts to feel not too great on your wrist, you can come down to your forearms instead. Last 4. Keep it lifted in 3, 2, and 1. 1 inch lower and lift. Exhale, squeeze a touch higher. Inhale, release down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. I want this to be even slower and more controlled than your pulse. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. If you were looking at a ruler, because we all have before, it's a small movement. No need to make it super big. Squeeze through your hamstring and your butt. I like to call it your phablet. Keep your core strong, especially as you start to get tired, to help protect through your low back. If you had a string attached to your belly button, I'd be able to pull it through your spine. Keep your neck an extension of your spine. Rather than looking back at your knee because it's not doing anything fancy down there, look at your hands. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire hydrants. Inhale, pull your knee in. Exhale, press to the side. Inhale, hug to center. Exhale, lift back out. You got it. Hug your inner thighs together. Imagine as if you put a beach ball between your inner thighs. Use that resistance to come in. And then lift your leg all the way up. We've seen a puppy dog pee in a fire hydrant before. It's your turn to do that. You don't want to pee on yourself. So lift your leg high enough that you wouldn't. Keep your foot flexed, engage all the way out through your toes. I want you to find a slight pause at the top. If you can't hold at that highest point of your movement, you have gone too far. Last 3, 2, hold at the top. Exhale, squeeze to your armpit. Inhale, release back. Exhale, squeeze to your armpit. Inhale, release to neutral. Keep your knee lifted the entire time. All you do is pull it up and then squeeze it back. Hug through your obliques to drive your knee all the way up. See if you can make physical connection with your armpit. It's really far away, but I bet somebody out there can do it. I have a really short torso, so I probably could. You gotta hug through your core. This is the last thing that you have on this side. We got our second side. How does that sound? Oh yeah, last 4, 3, don't give up on it, 2, and 1. Take a quick child's pose. Shimmy, shake, let your hips sink off to one side if that feels good to you. Take a breath in and sigh it out. Here we go. Inhale, tabletop, second side. Donkey kick. Exhale, send your left foot towards the sky. Inhale, tap it back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Hug your inner thighs together to pull your knee back down to your mat, and then control up towards the sky. Just like you did on the first side, keep the 90-degree bend through your leg. Keep the angle of your knee. All you do is lower and lift from your hips. Squeeze through your glute to do so. Flex your toes. Flare your toes backwards towards your shin. Make a footprint in the ceiling tile above you. If you don't have anything later to do today, I want you to clean your ceiling tile because you made it dirty right here. Core is strong, belly button to spine. Just like you did on the first side, press between the space in your shoulder blades rather than sinking down. Pull your shoulder blades away from one another. Pull into your palms. Nice control. You've got 5 more. You can do anything for 3, 2, 1 inch lower and lift. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, tap, not tap down. Exhale, release down. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, release. This time around with the paper clip, if the ruler didn't work for you on the first side, I want you to imagine a paper clip. Again, super small, tiny movement. Hug through your glute to make your leg, your heel pull a little bit higher, and then all you do is release to drop it down tiny, tiny bit. Notice if you start to lose the engagement through your core, hug it back in. 2 more exercises in your tabletop. You got a little bit of core work, and then you're on to your cool down. So close to being done with this. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, fire hydrants. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, lift to the side. Inhale, hug to center. Exhale, draw it open. Just like you did on the first side, find a slight pause at the top, only to the point where you can hold and then control back down. But again, I want you to get your leg as high as you can with control. Hug to center. Use your inner thighs to draw all the way back in rather than letting your leg fall down. I want you to find engagement and resistance through both directions. Keep your weight even between both palms, both forearms, whatever you got. You want to dip into your right side. Use your core to hug back towards center. Ooh, man, Ani's dripping. I love it. Last 3. Hold it up in 2, 1. Oblique crunch. Exhale, pull your knee towards your armpit. Inhale, release back. Exhale, squeeze up. Keep your knee lifted the entire time. Imagine as you put a table underneath your leg. Rather than letting it fall down, keep it hovered over the table. Hug through your obliques to draw your knee all the way up. If you didn't make connection on the first side, see if you can on the second side. You're not made evenly. Maybe you can find a little bit more on this side. Ooh, man, shake it out if you need to. But you know this is the last thing that you have in tabletop, so push through. Last 4. Make these your best 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose, shimmy, shake, and then flop over onto your back. Lay on down, a little bit of core action, can't end class without it. Bring the soles of your feet flat to your mat, fingertips behind your ears, inhale at the bottom. Exhale, crunch up, pull your shoulder blades off your mat, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Draw your belly button towards your spine and then your spine down towards your mat. Ani's fingertips are super light on her ears, and that's exactly what you want. That way your core gets to work rather than your upper body. Keep your elbows wide away from your ears. Maybe even pull your biceps out of your peripheral vision. Now, how high can you get your shoulder blades? I want them to come high enough off that I could slide my hands underneath them. Keep space between your chin and your chest. Oxygen is your friend. Just make some room for it. Send your gaze up. Look up and see if you actually made a footprint that I told you to make earlier. Last 4, 3, 2, reverse tabletop yogi bicycles. Keep your fingertips behind your ears. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, right shoulder, left knee, or whatever side you want. Inhale, lower. Exhale, opposite side. You'll even yourself off. Again, elbows stay wide. Notice how I said shoulder to knee? This way your obliques do the work rather than moving your arms around like chicken wings. I told you I like food analogies. Pull both shoulder blades off of the earth rather than just one. Really use your obliques and your transverse abdominals to pull all the way off. Excuse me. If you want a little bit more, you can always extend your opposite leg long, but keep your bent knee directly over your hip. Aim for the 90-degree bend that you started off with. Oh man, Ani's got some great control. I love it. Last 3. Stay lifted and twisted in 2, 1. Pulse it up. Doesn't matter which side you're on. I promise I will even you off. I will not make you walk around in circles today. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch sides. Pull it all the way up. Pulse. Pulse again. Both shoulder blades come off of the earth. Dig deep into your core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up the wall, double leg lower and lift. Inhale, bring your legs to a hover. Exhale, pull all the way up. Inhale, hover. Exhale, lift. You have done a lot of work throughout class so far, so if you need a little bit less, or if double leg doesn't work for you, one leg at a time is a great option. Ani took a great option to bring her thumbs underneath her tailbone for some support. I personally like my shoulder blades off of the earth to find more core engagement. You have so many options, so find what works for you. Ani's going super slow, which is so great. That way she's using her core rather than momentum. Keep your low back sealed to the earth. If it starts to come off, no need to hover quite as far. Oh man, way to work it. Use your exhale to pull your toes back up towards the sky. We hold in our hover in just 2. Pause all the way down. Just stay and breathe. Again, low back stays glued to your mat. Pull your belly button towards your spine. If you start to pull off, maybe your legs come up a little bit higher. Last 3, 2, hug your knees into your chest, rock and roll forward and back. One more thing left, boat pose. Balance yourself on your sits bones. Ani loves me. You can keep your heels glued down. If you're feeling like a total rock star, they can hover off, but I don't take that. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, boat with rows to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. I personally actually like to physically bring my thumbs to my sternum. This way I twist from my core rather than my arms just moving side to side. If you can find that without connecting in, awesome, rock it out. Keep your spine as long as you can. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. Nice. If you start to round through your spine, there's no need to hinge quite as far. If you feel it in your hip flexors, I actually like to turn my knees out away from one another. You aren't here for very long. You've done so much work, and this is the last of it. All you got to do is hold in the center in 3, 2, 1. Pause in the center. Can you hover a little bit lower? You have 10 seconds right here. Can you pull one foot off? Other foot off. Bring your arms over your head for 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Extend your legs forward. Dive over your legs. Woo-hoo, it's over. Nice work, guys. Keep your legs straight. Pull your toes backwards towards your shins. Press your tailbone backwards, and then press your heart forward to find more length through your spine. Inhale, halfway lift, find some length. Exhale, round and a little bit deeper. Maybe this time you even drop your head. Exhale. Inhale, roll up through your spine. Figure 4. You can take it seated or all the way on your back. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. Wherever you have landed, keep your toes pulled backwards towards your shin to protect your joints, and then press your right knee open. If you are seated and you start to round through your spine, pull your heel away from your glute just a little bit. Take a breath in. Exhale, untangle your legs. Figure 4, opposite side. Right foot grounds, left foot crosses on top. Just like the first side, flex your toes to protect your joints. Press your left knee open. On, you took the great option to find some movement. See if you can find the extra sticky spot and then breathe into it. Inhale, untangle your legs. Come all the way onto your backs if you're not there. Supine twists. Let your knees fall off to the left side of your body. Right here is a great place to really let go of control and to let gravity take over. You've put in a lot of work, not only physically, but also mentally. Start to give into your mat. Soften down. Inhale, untangle. Reset your spine. Exhale, knees fall to the opposite side. Stack your hips. You may need to shimmy your right hip closer to the center of your mat so you're really able to stack. Open up through your chest. Relax into your shoulders. Inhale, come center. Happy baby's pose. Capture your feet, calves, hamstrings, whatever you can take a hold of. If you notice your tailbone or your head start to come off of the earth, I want you to release your feet and grab further down onto your legs. Have some fun with this here. It's your last active posture of practice, so maybe sway side to side, bend, extend through one leg and the next. If you need a different stretch, please take it. But when you're ready, inhale, pull your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Maybe give them a little kiss for doing a lot of work. Then as you exhale, Savasana. Let your arms and legs fall onto your mat. Close your eyes. I'll pull you in a couple of moments. Start to sip in a cooling breath of air and let it go. Invite movement back in through your body, reawaken yourself. Know that you are welcome to stay here for as long as you need, but when and if you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Let any moans, groans, sighs, yawns you might have been holding on. Exhale, roll to your right side, supported fetal position. In these last few moments on your mat, take the time to thank yourself for taking this time out of your day. I don't know about you guys, but in this time in our lives, I find it even harder to make it to my mat. Give yourself a little bit of grace as you head into the rest of your day. Keeping your eyes soft or closed, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Exhale the stale air out of your body. Inhale, sweep your arms above your head, palms to touch. Exhale your thumbs to your heart space. The love, the light in me is so inspired by the love, light, power, and strength inside of each and every one of you. To seal our practice, we bow forward. Namaste. Namaste. Woo-hoo! Nice work, friends. Have a good day.